It's hard to believe that it's been over a year since Fallout Season 1 came to our screens on streaming. And there were a lot of mixed reactions from people, including myself, because the channel that I used to run with, we did every single episode, episode by episode. We did every single one, and we were mixed on every single one. I don't think there was a single episode that I rated above a 6. However, the normal fans, it seems to have garnered quite a following, and it's got a season 2. And also, another thing, let's go into this article and then we can see exactly what I'm going to talk about today. Now, I didn't make a video on this. However, I was aware of the news that Ella Purcell she'd gone out on Instagram. Same thing with Walton Goggins. He had gone out on Instagram and saying, okay, Fallout Season 2 is officially wrapped, and it's all being set in New Vegas. And Fallout reveals the first look at New Vegas ahead of Season 2. Now, I am not even going to read that line because that is gay as shit. Production on Season 2 of Prime Video's Fallout recently wrapped ahead of the second season's release this December. Fans of the video games have their first official look at the most iconic location in the Wasteland. You know why it's the most iconic location? Because it was the best freaking game. Fight me physically. This is basically what we saw from a different angle at the very last episode, the very last shot of the last episode of the first season. We all knew it was New Vegas. They're going to New Vegas. They had the New California Republic already there. We knew they were going towards the Mojave Desert. We know all this stuff. Now, as for myself, I didn't dislike the TV show. I guess I was going over it with a little bit more of a fine-tooth comb and looking for flaws, because that's what Hollywood does so many times. They take beloved franchises and they absolutely waste it. Now, I also made a whole lot of allowances for how they screwed things up. I was like, yeah, you know what? Fan service. I'm actually okay with some fan service as long as they're paying homage to the original content. Although Blacksmith can get the fuck out of my face. I know he's going to be back in here again, but I hope he does go his own separate way, because it actually says that that's a possibility. It isn't clear how much of Season 2 will be set within New Vegas, especially as Blacksmith, the absolute worst character, an absolute stumble bum. Basically, the Finn of The Last Jedi and Rise of the Skywalker. His story could take his character elsewhere in the Wasteland, but the tease promises that fans of Fallout New Vegas will get to see a lot of the beloved video game location. We better see Fort McCarran. If Fort McCarran's not in there, what are we doing? What are we doing? Leaked set photos have already revealed that Dinky the T-Rex, heck yes, the old T-Rex where you get the sniper rifle, and the town of Nowak will feature in the show. Now, here's one of those things. I know I just talked about fan service, but this is kind of one of those things. New Vegas and Fallout in general just has so many iconic places, so many iconic characters, so many iconic things that happen within those games. You're going to have to put that into your TV show. You're going to have to make these characters that aren't in the games basically meld into the environment, rather than the environment melding around them or them just being showpieces in the background. This is how you basically adapt this kind of stuff. Now, while the full teaser has yet to be officially released to the public, some screenshots and info have leaked online. And for some reason, everyone has a hard-on for Walton Goggins. Yes, he is a great actor. He played Boyd Crowder in Justified. He also played a trans person in Sons of Anarchy. And yes, he is the ghoul in Fallout. Now, he is a great actor, but he's not carrying the show. He does seem to have a pretty cool backstory, and it almost kind of gives you a little this is how you get the thumbs up guy, the Fallout avatar. But it should be less about him, because you're selling Ella Purcell as the main character. So I want to see more from her, because this was a doe-eyed little girl that grew up in the vault and got out, the vault dweller. Like if you played the games, this is exactly, we should be seeing more things through her eyes. And then obviously we're going to have other characters come in that have their own fully fleshed out backstories. But it shouldn't take over. I mean, he doesn't chew the scenery, he just owns the set. But let him have his little space and let it just be that. He's a side character. Make sure you keep him at the side, in my opinion. Now, going on to the very end of this article, apparently there was extreme fervor for Fallout Season 1. Even more so for Fallout Season 2 because New Vegas is, among fans, the most favorite of the games. I mean, that's not a hands down. Everything is always up for debate. But at least for me and a lot of people that I talk to, New Vegas is hands down their favorite. So they better not F this up. But look, here's something that's actually interesting. Season 2 has just wrapped. Nothing has aired yet, and they've already been greenlit for a Season 3. So we will at least get 3 seasons. They've already got the funding for it. That is something that doesn't normally happen. They normally want to see about 3 or 4 episodes worth of viewership before they greenlight another season. But I guess they know they have something on their hands that is going to last the test of time. And by the test of time, I mean pocketbooks. I don't know. What do you think? I will be watching it, but to me, it's just a middling show. It is interesting. It's fun to see like the fan service, but at least for the first season, that's all I saw it was. It was just fan service with a decent enough budget, with decent enough characters. And I just moved on with my day. Have I rewatched it since then? No. Can I remember most of the stuff that happened? Not really. And I think this will be the same thing. It will be popcorn slop, but feel free to prove me wrong. This is Multi for Mouth and Multi. Y'all have a great day, and we'll see you later. Bye.